How's it going, everyone? Thank you all so much for the support I've been getting for my first ranking of Spyro's Adventure. So I decided why not to do the Giants next. Starting out, we have Jet-Vac. Jet-Vac is a starter pack character in the Giant starter pack, and unfortunately, he just deals with kind of a weak moveset. I love his personality, and it's pretty obvious as well that Toys for Bob really liked his personality as well, because you see him in many of the trailers and many of Skylanders Imaginators levels. He actually had his own level that he was voice acting for. So, good personality, just moveset really wasn't for me, so I would put him in C tier. Next up, we have Swarm. Swarm is a Skylander that I think, well, first of all, he is the fastest of any of the Giants, which I think is a really big deal. Because one of the things that Giants were really lacking with was just sense of speed, especially with someone like Crusher. So I think Swarm's moveset was very unique with the way he was able to transform into multiple, a horde of bees, or he was able to shoot while he was flying. So he really was unique, so easily would be an A tier for me. So going on to the next, for the Earth element, we have Crusher. And unfortunately, Crusher is a great design, very similar to Jet-Vac, but I think he is way too slow. His hammer move is just too slow of a reaction, and he makes him very vulnerable to mobs. So unfortunately, I will put him at C, below Jet-Vac. Next up, we have Flashwing. Flashwing is one of the best cores, in my opinion. I think that she's super fast. Her tail crystal shooting is very reliable. I think that she has good mobility with her spin ability. So I wouldn't say definitely below Swarm, but actually I think I'm going to give her B just because I think she can be a little weak at times. So next up for the fire element, we have Hot Dog. Hot Dog is very nostalgic for me. I remember him being one of my first Skylanders that I got, because I actually did start playing Skylanders in Giants. So I actually revisited Spyro's Adventure years later. So for Hot Dog, I believe that he is definitely a C tier. He's definitely not D. He's just very middle of the road. But I would put him atop of C because he's not bad in any way. He's just kind of a boring moveset, a very boring Skylander. I do not like Hothead. I think he is the worst giant by far. I've tried using him multiple times. I think that his Fire Rain, unfortunately, he can take damage while he does that, and his move is way too slow. I think that his motorcycle is kind of too hard. His soul gem for the motorcycle is too hard to navigate. And yeah, I just think that it just doesn't do it for me. And I think he's just too big of a target to do too little damage for. D tier. Next up, we have Shroom Boom. And Shroom Boom's another nostalgic core. I think really Toys for Bob were cooking with the cores in this game, just personality-wise especially. I think that's what made Giants so successful. I would put Shroom, but he's definitely C tier. I would put him below Jet-Vac. He just lacks from a little bit of strength, as do many of the characters that are in Giants. So I would put him below Jet-Vac, above Crusher. T-Rex is the epitome of a starter pack Skylander. When you think of a starter pack, majority of the times the Skylanders you think of, T-Rex is on that list. He is just such a nostalgic Skylander. So many people have him and grew up with him, especially because not many people did start, like me, a lot of people didn't start with Spyro's Adventure, they started with Giants, because it really started to pick up in that 2012 era. So T-Rex, his moveset is pretty much perfect. He is, when you think of a giant, you think of him. He just has that giant-like moveset with being a giant tree. And yeah, all around great Skylander. I wouldn't say he's S, and I would put him below Swarm, but he's definitely an A tier. Next up, we have Ninjini. Unfortunately, Ninjini has a... first of all, she has a great design, but I do believe that she is just too weak of a Skylander. Very similar to Hothead, but just due to her personality, her design aspect, how creative it was with like Genie in a Bottle. I thought that was very creative. I would put her above Crusher and Shroom Boom. Actually, I'm gonna put her above Jet-Vac, but I think that's the farthest I can put them. A lot of C tiers in the Giants characters, unfortunately. So next up, we have Pop Fizz. So Pop Fizz, right out of the bat, is a great Skylander. His personality is awesome. The way that his potions work and how you can switch the potions, it's very creative. I think that this is tough for me. Ooh. I'm gonna put him both below Swarm, but definitely above Truex. His abilities are so unique, and they were very game-changing at the time. Next up is Bouncer. Again, Bouncer is right up there with Truex with like epitome of Giants, so I don't think I can put him anything lower than A. So I would put him below Truex, just because I think his moveset is very similar to Trigger Happy, but just maybe a little bit worse as a shooter. But I do love his rocket abilities and how he's able to knock onto a certain target and shoot him with his turret ability. So I think that's very unique. So I am putting him in A tier. I think Sprocket actually. So first of all, Sprocket is on a lot of people's bottom 5 lists, but I would actually put her in low C tier. I don't think she's D. I actually do think she's not horrible. I'm putting her above Crusher. I'm putting her above Shroom Boom. Actually, I think right there, which is a lot higher than a lot of people would. But I do think she is very underrated. Starting up with the undead element, we have Eye-Brawl. I remember I actually got Thumpback and Eye-Brawl at the same time, and I played with those two giants so much back in the day. And Eye-Brawl is fantastic Skylander, but unfortunately, with his eye ability, even though his eye is disconnected from the body can still take damage. Unfortunately, when it's swinging around, and he's just a very big target that's easy to shoot. So he's definitely a great Skylander, but he's either below Bouncer or he's right above Flashwing. I think I'm going to put him right above Flashwing. Fright Rider is not good. I've tried to use him. I don't think he's impressive at all. I like his design. That's about it. Unfortunately, I can't put him anything above D tier. He's better than Hothead for sure, but that's about it. So with our last element being water, we have Chill. Chill is a very interesting Skylander. Actually kind of hated on, which I do not understand because I think her moveset is awesome. She's very quick. The way she's able to move icicles or icebergs around is very cool. And one of my first Skylanders I had, and I still really like her, so it's definitely B tier. And best for last, we have Thumpback. You all know me, love Thumpback, and there really isn't anything lower I can give him than S tier. Maybe I'm a little bit biased. Maybe his moveset isn't that good, but his personality is goated. His design is goated. His moveset is fun. The belly flop. I mean, no one has actually hated on the belly flop move. It is just so goated, and you really can't top Thumpback for any of the Giants characters, and he is just the epitome of a giant in my opinion. I mean, there's no bigger animal in the world than a blue whale. So I think it was just perfect by Toys for Bob to make the Skylander. And obviously I showed that love of the character. I showed it when I was a kid. He was always my favorite, and I still show it now with my YouTube and TikTok channels. So that's my list. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day. and make sure to watch the rest of my videos. See ya.